Greeve finds himself in a familiar place, and yet somehow it is still strange and foreboding, and yet he must scrape together some form of survival here in the unreal world. Welcome everybody, my name is Ryan, and we are playing the Unreal World. This is episode 5 of my Winter Challenge, part 2, and we're with our main character, Greeve. Let's take a look at him. There he is in all his glory. He is currently uninjured, but we did start the game hurt, helpless, and afraid. And of course, if you missed it, I've got a full playlist for this series and all my other Unreal World content, all linked in the description for you. But to get things started off, taking a look at the inventory, you can see we're pretty limited. I'm going to drop some stuff too. Yeah, let's drop a few things here in our newest shelter. So we've been setting up shelters all through the area. And now that we're here next to some very potentially good trading opportunities, we definitely need to get a successful hunt going. But of course, in the dead of winter, without even a bow or arrow, there's no guarantee we will get one. So the odds are stacked against Greeve here, but we're going to make our very best of it. So we are cool and pretty energetic, but I'd love to be a bit warmer. So let's get a fire started before we head out for the day. We have a minimal amount of firewood at this particular shelter, so let's keep it pretty light, and we'll just rest for a short amount of time. Do we have... yeah, we've got a bit of berries and some heather we can eat. It won't keep him from starving to death, but it will help fill his belly. Alright, I think we're set to go, so let's zoom out for maximum visibility. And if we take a look at the big map... whoop, that's not the map. Here we go. Now, I do want to set up another blue marker here, and we'll say this is Camp 2, because we have another one north of this position. And, of course, having these in multiple slots allows us to stop and rest and warm up as we're hunting throughout this area. So there we go. Save that. And we are right next to some villages, but we kind of determined in the last episode it's better for warmth to build our own big roaring fire than trying to warm up next to somebody's like stove. It'll keep you from freezing, but it's not good for us right now. But anyway, enough talking. Oh, look at this. I didn't think it would happen so quickly, but we literally step outside our front door, and there is a herd of reindeer. Well, we can't determine if it's a herd or not just yet. We need to get to it. Most likely it is a group. That's how reindeer travel, but it could be a single individual. Now, the only problem, it is kind of on the edge of a thicker forest. I think technically it's in an open pine mire, so... let's see if we can get to it. Perfect. It moved out a little bit. Yeah, more into the open here. So we don't have a whole lot of runway, so to speak, but okay, it is a herd. Yeah, but we should have an opportunity here. Let's just turn and look. Wow. Seriously, a lot of meat running around here. Let's look. So we've got... oh, there's a calf and a doe right here to the south. Yeah, we've got to choose a target, and we really need to stick with it. I mean, if at all possible, that's the best strategy. So yeah, let's go for these two right here. We've got the... I'd like to have the full-size one. We've already killed a calf, so let's try and go for the mother. And if we can split them off from the main group, that'll be to our benefit. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to focus on the mother. I'm currently sprinting, so I have to keep a very close eye on my endurance total. If this gets to negative 100 here, we have to stop and rest, and basically we failed the hunt. So we got to be very careful. Oh, what am I doing here? Come on. Alright, we're going to move to the site where we saw her last. There she is. I'm going to stop running for the moment. Now the young one is up here, and the youngling's going to be trying to get to the mother and vice versa. So that, again, is helpful. Yeah, now we have a bit better idea of where they're going to be heading, towards each other, mainly. Alright, let's go. Trying to spook her so she takes off running. Good. Let's take a look at her before we lose sight. She's a little bit fatigued, so we're trying to get her to exhaustion, essentially. Since we don't have any ranged weapons, yeah, we're just going to do this by attrition. Make her run, run, run. Keep the pressure on her. Okay, now check this out. We've got a big one. Or I don't know if it's big, but we got one to the north here. That's a stag. And, whoops. Yep, she's down to the south. Let's keep on her. Doesn't change anything really. It's just something we should take note of. Okay. Push on to the last sighting. There she is. Okay, now she is reconnected with the herd. It's not the end of the world, but I really want to just stay focused on her. I think I've lost sight of her. Yeah, she's not... Okay, that might be her right there. Slightly fatigued. That, I think, is her. Let's get her to spook again. Okay. I don't know if her calf is with her again or not. Damn. We might need to switch targets. Yeah, let's since we've got these two split off, let's pursue. Oh, there's 3 of them. Interesting. What do you look like? Okay, that's a small one. Not a big deal. It could be a little bit hectic with these reindeer, but if we're lucky, we'll be able to get one of these. And if we're real lucky, we might even be able to come back for more again and again. Pick off several. And I mean, they're literally just outside our latest shelter, so... Okay, there's one. Let's check it out. Still only slightly fatigued. I can see the little ones to the north. It might be best to go for the little one, but I'd rather have this full-size creature. Still only slightly. We'll get him there. Come on. I'm gonna head south. Oh. See, I'm kind of going for both of them, and I shouldn't do that. There goes the stag. Let's focus on this one. It's the farthest split from the others, so try and keep our eyes on it. There it is. Good, we've got it to fatigue, which is kind of the middle stage. Perfect. Let's stay north of it a little bit if possible. It's where she's trying to get back to, is to the northwest, essentially, I think. Okay, come on, where are you at? There she is. Still looks fatigued. We need to get her to breathless, so she's still got a few stages to go. But I'm going to actually start sprinting. We're in a real good situation in terms of our endurance right now. We're not injured. I'm not going to push them beyond like 30 or 40%, but also it can be futile. If you don't have sight of the animal, I find sprinting's often kind of counterproductive because you're going to be trying to track and sprint. And you're going to be making moves that are just wearing you out, so to speak. Okay, now this is bad news here. Where is she? There's a forest coming up. Yeah, we got a line of trees dead ahead. Damn it. Where did she go? Oh no, I think she went right into the trees. Oh, I just saw her. She's in the woods, but let's go into stealth mode. Yep, she was just up here. Oh, it's going to be incredibly... Oh, there she is. There she is. She's breathless. Oh, this could still be possible. Normally, when they get deep enough, I just give up on them. But if they're breathless, we can still pace her. So, yeah, let's zoom in a little bit, but not too much. I'm trying to move in on her. I do have the knife wielded right here, so we're prepared. We're still in stealth mode, so she's not aware of us. Not fully. Okay, we're almost in melee. Let's get in. Oh, we got into melee. Okay, so we have her just where we want her. I'm going to select the weapon, aim it. Now we're going to go blunt at the legs. Okay, it glances off. It's still hurting it, but she moved. Okay, let's repeat that shot. Okay, we knocked her down, so instead of being able to move, she had to use her turn to get up, which is essentially what we're trying to do. Okay, I just lost my stealth, no big deal. Oh, okay. She's trying to get away, but she is very tired right now. Okay, what I'm trying to do is knock her unconscious, basically. Yep, okay. She has fallen. Let's attack again. Okay, let's try a new blunt shot to the head. She is counterattacking, but she's so tired that it's totally futile. Alright, here we go. We're now being prompted to aim, which means we're basically on the killing blow here. She's unconscious. She won't be fighting back. And I can just go for a good crushing blow. This will preserve the skin, mainly, is what I'm worried about now. We're guaranteed to get her at this point. She's not getting back up, folks. There it is. Okay. See a little blood splatter? Now, let's actually try and pick her up. Yeah, we can actually move with her, so she's not super big, but that's okay. It's actually kind of helpful. I think... Let's zoom out. Oh, look, there's the pack still ahead of us. So, I don't want to attack them again. We're going to just leave them for now, and we'll come back to our shelter. Oh, this is fantastic, people. What? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm going to drop. It's not over, people. Just when you thought this hunt was over. What? Alright, so we've got a calf, a full-grown elk, it's a small one, and an elk calf. And we're going to pursue it. Let's do it. The reindeer's going to be perfectly safe. It's not going to go bad or anything. Certainly not in this temperature. And we've got like several days before we have to worry about that. I'm going to go after the youngling, believe it or not. This time I'm making the easier choice. So let's sprint. Alright, I'm going to stop sprinting because I've lost sight. There she is. There's some trees ahead of her. I'd love to get on the other side, but she's trying to get back to her mother. Hey, look how close she's let me get to her. Yeah, we'll chase her. Oh, yeah. See, I can always tell when there's trees because of this hill, these rises here. That's what the lines are indicating. This is a different elevation. And usually you'll see that. Well, you always see it before you'll see like a forest. The land starts to rise up, so... The little one is headed for the trees. Let's stop sprinting. Let's look at it. So you can see this one got fatigued much quicker than like an adult reindeer. Let's give it a moment. See where it goes. Yeah, went right into the trees. Well, the good news is, again, we can predict that she's going to come back out to get back to her mother. We have to try and figure out where that is. You know, I'll turn... Oh, I just saw it for a second. Oh, there it is. It is fatigued. It's escaping. Let's try and flush it out of there. Yeah, it's going to want to get back to its mother. I was going to say let's turn around and just go for the mother, but... Well, yeah, we might actually... use this to our advantage real quick. Where is the mother? There's a bird. Oh, there's the little one. Still fatigued. Alright, I'm going to try and sprint at it. We could get it breathless too, man. We could go for it. Oh, where'd you go, you little thing? I think it is a good strategy to just kind of hover around the tree line. If I see the mother, I'll start chasing after her, potentially. Let's just see. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, after the last episode, this is definitely much more excitement, no doubt about it. We've got tracks, but these are tracks we've already seen. I expect she's to the south. Yep, there it is. Very fatigued. Alright, awesome. Let's try and allow it to... Oh, crap. Okay, good. Get between it and the forest, and we'll start sprinting at it. That's right. You're not going back in those trees, little thing. Not this time. Oh, my gosh, people. 2 kills and 1 hunt. We've got it. So I'm going to stop sprinting. And it is, I'm sure, breathless by now. Yep, it is breathless. So we just repeat the process what we did with the reindeer. And one blunt to the legs. Let's do this. Whew, all right. Well, let me tell you, that was a brutal struggle, but I managed to do it. Look at that. We're at negative 35. Yep. Of course, combat, just like sprinting, does increase your fatigue levels. So the longer something like that goes on, the harder it gets for your character to land successful blows. But definitely we had the advantage. Oh, man. All right, we picked it up. And another side note, look at this. We're right back to our shelter. It's literally right there. I was going to say, though, that in that situation, you don't really have to worry about the female or the mother coming and attacking you. That's, I think, literally never happened to me. Oh, there's nothing better than a successful hunt, except maybe eating the meat from that hunt, especially when you've been starving. But you can see we're nowhere near the camp right now. Actually, we're fairly close, just by the forest. But right now I'm searching for right here, this thing. We're not looking for the moose. I'm not going to try for the big one unless we get everything finished with the other two. If she's still around, we will. But let's see. What I'm looking for here, though, is the little spruce saplings. There we go. Yeah, because we've got enough meat now. We definitely need to probably preserve some long term. And during this time of the year, when it's cold and dry, we can string it up outside next to our shelter, and it will eventually dehydrate, and we'll have some delicious jerky. It does take like 2 full weeks or more, but actually more than 2 full weeks. But yeah, it's still worth doing. And while we're out here, boom, look at this. I need to find a log. This is essential for preparing the skins too. So we're going to want to do that because obviously we're going to be taking a good portion of the meat and the skins themselves over to the Driik. Yes. We've got, I mean, literally. So here we are at the Blue. This is a Driik place that sells cows and a dog, which we might buy. I don't know. The first priority in terms of trading is an axe or two. Yeah. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll worry about trading once we've got all the meat and skins taken care of. And hopefully his starvation will be a bit more under control. Whoa, Coach, time out. We got to take a break to recognize my Patreons. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It means the world to me. And now back to the game. I'll see you guys on Discord. Greeve is cold. He is tired, but who can sleep when you've got delicious meat waiting to be cooked? That's right, because he is also starving. So I've prepared a nice little fire, but we do want to be next to it, directly next to it. So let's move this guy a little bit farther to the south. There we go. And now, of course, first things first, let's go ahead. Actually, let's take a drink. Yeah, wet our whistle a little bit. Beautiful. Now we shall skin it. Beautiful. Yeah, you can see we're sweating a lot thanks to the fire, but we're even more tired. So now that we've got the skin, let's just confirm that. Oh, there it is, harsh. Well, that's not a big deal. We can always use it for crafting if they don't want to trade for it. But let's go ahead and butcher this baby. This is the real prize. Here we go. All right, we got some bones, but we're most worried about the meat. So let's move down here. We're going to cook some up right away, and we're going to roast it. Yeah, we want this to eat, so we've got 75 cuts plus some fat, but that's going to be for the skin. Although the fat is very nutritious and will definitely help you recover from starvation. Now, we don't really want to do too much at the moment because that meat will burn. In other words, I don't want to come up here and like try and skin the elk or something, which will take several hours. So I'm just going to pass a little bit of time here. Oh, this is probably a good thing we can do. Let's drop that. We're going to make a little bit of cordage with those spruce trees. Yeah, I'll just do one of them. That was 5 minutes worth. Is the meat done? Might need another 5 minutes. Yeah, let's try again here. We can repeat that task. Not quite yet. That's okay. See, we're doing some crafting. While we wait, oh, there it says it. This smells like the roasted elk cut is ready. Boom. Oh my gosh, Greeve. Now, this is just another tip from somebody who's made this mistake more than once. I'll tell you this. Be careful when your character is starving and you're eating again for the first time. If I go to the eat menu, yeah, see, this is a perfect example. The raw elk is the first thing in the list because it kind of goes by what you've just picked up. So if I wanted to reorder this, I would want to drop these and then re-pick them up, and the roasted stuff would be at the top of the list. But the point is, if I were to ask him to eat this, he would do it now because he's starving. But it would also make him sick eating raw meat. So be careful in this situation, because normally if you have him eat raw meat and he's well fed, he's not actually starving to death, he will refuse. He'll say, I'm not going to eat that. That's disgusting. But he would make the exception. So again, just a slight little thing you got to be very aware of. But we're going to continue till he's full. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and lay down. You can see that the deer is still up here. Needs to be taken care of. But again, in this cold weather, we're at no risk of it rotting. Not in 1 day's time. So awesome. Let's get this water opened up. Beautiful. Now, we've still got some work to do with the skin of the elk. So let's do that. We're going to clean it. It's only 2.2 pounds, so this won't take long. And now we're going to tan it with the fat. It always gives you exactly the amount of fat you need. Boom, there we go. And now that's on the ground, it won't be ready until early morning, a couple of hours probably. Unless it's talking about tomorrow, maybe. But either way, now we have time. So I'm going to pick this up and let's move it closer to the shelter, get a fire started. Okay, we are ready. Let's make sure to eat first. There we go. Excellent. All right, and we're going to skin it first. Skin, beautiful. It's always so important to skin before you butcher. Remember that, otherwise you can waste the entire skin. All right, now we'll butcher it. Okay, and we're hungry again. Let's grab these bones. Oh, we got some antlers. Very nice. Now, those might be tradable. We'll definitely bring those with us and attempt to trade them when we finally make a trip. Okay, first things first. Yep, he's hungry again. And we really need to get recovered from the starvation here. So, there we go. Focus on feeding him. Now, let's drop a few things. I don't need the saplings at the moment. Actually, I will keep those. I'm going to convert those here shortly. Let's drop the bones and the antlers. Yep. Perfect. And now we're going to deal with the skin over here. So let's open up this water hole. Let's clean it. This is a bit bigger than the small juvenile elk. So it is going to take longer. Let's make sure we eat. Roasted elk cut. Good. We're going to want to roast some more here too shortly, but we'll take care of that in a moment. Okay, let's check on this one. Oh, good. Okay, so that one's ready. Yeah. We'll go for the next stage, which is soaking it, and it's going to take a few hours. Okay, so I have several batches of meat being roasted right now. That's going to be for our personal consumption, and we're going to save some of this raw. What we're going to do is travel with it and then cook it when we get to a village, and we'll try and trade it away there. That just helps it stay fresher for longer, obviously. But we do want to prepare some of this and dry it out, like I said, into delicious jerky. So I do have a fire going north of me here, but that's not necessary for drying it. I'm just doing that to basically stay warm. So let's go into our cooking, and instead of roasting, we're going to go down to dry. Beautiful. And we'll do the reindeer cuts. That's fine. Let's do as maximum amounts, and here we go. So I think I'm gonna need a bit more cordage, but we'll get this going. Whew. Oh, I almost burned it, but yeah, we got to the food there, the roasted stuff. Beautiful. But now what's at my feet is a batch of food that won't be ready for 25 days. And I was thinking too, I always hit the wrong button there. We're at the map. Let's go into our marker here, and we're gonna say drying meat. Boom. and we'll need to come back here, obviously, and get it. But I think I also want to mark, it was this one. Yeah, this one has meat there too, which will probably be ready in maybe a week. Yeah, we'll want to revisit that, but we're going to need maybe a bit more clothing. It'll just make our trip so much easier if we're not freezing every 5 seconds. But let's repeat the process here. We'll do more of this elk. Beautiful. Okay, good. I think that probably did it for the cordage that I currently have. We can always get more, obviously, but 2 batches is good. And like I said, it leaves us with, yeah, about a little over 30 pounds of raw meat, which we'll cook up when we arrive. And of course, we've got a bunch for ourselves, so let's eat this. I did manage to conserve like a tiny sliver of fat, I guess, when we did the tanning of that skin. Not a big deal. Doesn't normally happen, but hey, there it is. I'm not going to say no to it. We're going to take a drink before bed, folks. There it is. But we are weary, and deservedly so. We've done a heck of a lot of work. The skins are ready for their next stage. Let's do the small one. Oh, that one needs to be beat out on a log. Whoopsie. Selected it again. So we'll do this one because it won't take long. Yeah, but now you can see we're extremely tired, so we'll have to wait until the morning probably to beat out the little one. I think it's time for well-deserved rest here, folks, and this is a perfect place to end today's episode. But don't worry, like I said, we've got a big trading trip coming up in the next one for sure, and hopefully more adventures, some questing possibly down the road, and who knows what else in the unreal world. So make sure you guys stick around for the series, that is. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one.